Hi everyone, you're joining me today for a sewing tutorial, and what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be remaking this top. I'm not going to be making it for myself, I'm going to be making it for my eldest daughter. To me, it reminds me a bit of a ballet type top. So I really like this, it's so comfortable, nice and cool because it's like a semi-sheer one. Let's get started. So this is the lovely fabric that I'm going to be making it in, and it's so semi-sheer like the one that I'm remaking the pattern from. So I'm going to start off by laying this on the table. There's a hole in it there for some reason, I don't know what was cut out of there. So I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to make sure that the pattern is lining up on the sides. And then I've got the top that I've just taken off, and I've actually got this inside out. So I'm just going to lay this near to the top of the fabric. I'm not going to allow any seam allowance on this top because it was a little bit bigger for my daughter, because she's a lot smaller than me. So I'm going to cut it out to the spec that this is, but then I'm going to take the seam in a bit more than what I would do if it was for me. Now, because these sleeves aren't lying flat for me, I'm going to actually just pin them down flat. So I'm just making sure that that pin is going through. And then I'm going to cut that to get that pin over there, because it's just sticking out over there. Okay, so I'm going to take the top off. I'm going to just turn this round, and then I'm going to fold this over. So it's all laying flat. Get that neckline. And then we'll just fetch this round. I'm going to cut this sleeve to this. I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm going to make this the front, and I'm going to bring the neckline lower. I just need to make sure that that is spot on there. So I've got it in the centre. Looks that, that's it. And I'm just going to fetch this down and take it up to the top. I've got the lower centre neck. Now I need to do the sleeves. So what I've got there is, I've put the pattern there with the point there. Right, so let me get that there. Right, I'm going to allow, I'm going to allow a centimetre turnover for that. Right there. And then this. Let's go in here. And then let me just come around with that. So I've got that. So let me just check with that. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just going to fold that in half again. So, got my front and back cut out, both my sleeves, so I'm going to go to the machine now and we'll start sewing them. So I'm going to start off by joining the front and the back pieces together at the shoulder seam. So I've got it right sides facing each other. Going to check that that is stitching okay, and then at this point I'm going to just run round the whole of the neck, so it's going to be one front and back together. And I'm not pulling this or stretching it, I'm just letting the machine take it through. Right, so I'm going to put my shoulder sides, right sides together again and stitch them together. Right, so what I'm going to do now at this point, I'm going to get my clips and I'm going to clip the sleeves in place. So I'm going to get one of the sleeves, make sure that that's the right side. So I'm going to fold that in half. Just get that and fold it in half. I'm going to put, it's twisting, I'm going to put the clip at the top, just there. So I know where the top of the sleeve is. And then I'm going to get that lined up there. Where the clip is, I'm going to clip it to the seam that I've just stitched, so that I know that that's in the middle. And then I'm going to get the start of the sleeve. I'm going to clip that. And then the same at the other end. I'll clip that. So simply I've got 3 clips holding that in place. So I'm going to go to the other side, get my other sleeve. There. And I'm going to put this, where's my shoulder seam? Here. I'm going to clip that there. And this one. Right, so let's just get these lined up. So I'm lining the edges up together. I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm going to start at the bottom hem. And the reason I'm doing that is because I've got that bulky overlocking at the other end. It may cause me problems. I'm going to have the overlocking face down towards the bodice, not into the sleeve. Sleeve ends together, and then because there's a bit of thickness there, although it's sheer, but with the seams, it's going to ease that through. Yeah, that's good. So what I'm going to do now then, I'm going to overlock the bottom of the hem. So it's going to be in one, because I've got a join in one side, it's going to be a nice overlocking. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get the other side together and then sew up this side. Right, so that is all the overlocking done. So all that's left to do on this top now is to go to the juke and top stitch everything in place. So I'm at the juke and I've actually got it set up in a lovely lilac thread. So I'm just going to start now actually going round it and putting the hems on. I'm going to start by doing the bottom and I'm going to turn it up about 1 centimetre. I'm aiming to sew straight in the centre of where the overlocking is. If you're not happy sewing freestyle like I'm doing, go to your work surface and pin whatever you're going to be doing. And when you get these overlocking bits, just get you down. You get these overlocking pieces here. Don't cut them off. Simply tuck it inside your seam, turn it over. Very warm. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to do a twin stitch. So where that stitching is what I've just done, I'm going to use that and run it down the side of my outside of my foot. So then it's getting a professional look to the hems. I'm going to trim the cottons off at the end. So when I've got the overlocking where it's loose here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it lie flat and then turn it over. And because this is the neckline, I'm only going to be doing a small turnover. It's not going to be a centimetre. Right, let me just get that there. I'm going to get those two. Turn that one. I'm going to get that overlocking and I'm going to tuck it underneath the hem. So there's no ugly overlocking and it's not going to come undone because it's tucked inside. Okay, I'm now going to do the sleeves. I'm going to start underneath and once again I'm going to put a small hem on it. The other sleeve. Right, so I'm just going to cut all the threads off now, making sure that everything's trimmed. I'm going to give this a bit of a shake. Right, and we'll go and look at this. Now I have made this for my daughter and it does feel certainly tight on me, but because it's stretched, I've still tried it on so that you can see it. So that is the finished t-shirt for her. So I think I might pop it in the post for her this tomorrow, which will be a nice surprise for her. So I hope you've enjoyed this little project that I've just done. Again, you can see it was such an easy make. And I'm going to do a couple more for myself. I've got some black lovely lace that I'm going to make a couple for, basically for when I go out on a night. They'd be nice to wear with a pair of jeans. I'm going to film that as well to show you, because even though it's going to be, it's semi-transparent with it being black lace, when I've got the underwear on that I'm planning to wear with them, the bodice won't be see-through, but the sleeves will. But that'll be a project in the near future. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care, everybody, and see you soon. Bye for now.